Are you thinking of moving to Portugal? Want to know if Lisbon is the right city for you? You're probably wondering, why is everybody falling in love with this city? Keep in mind, Lisbon is not for everyone. And for people coming from the US, Canada, and Northern Europe, like most of our clients, there are things you should know before moving here. I'm about to share you my honest opinion of the 15 pros and cons of living in Lisbon. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Lisbon, subscribe and click the bell button so you're the first to know when we post new videos. I'll be sharing with you detailed information on the best areas there are to live in Lisbon and the reasons why you should or not move to this beautiful city. My name is Eddie Riccardi and my team and I get messages every day from people just like you looking to move to Lisbon. Either that be in a month or a year from now, we love to hear from you. Contact us so we can further discuss how we can assist you and your family with relocating and investing in Portugal. Pro number one, let's start with the locals. The Portuguese people are the most hospitable and kind people. And then the expats that are moving here, such a good community of like-minded people that want to have a good time, enjoy their surroundings, and take in the Portuguese culture. Number one con, the bureaucracy. Don't even get me started, especially at the beginning as you're getting used to your new life in Portugal. You really frustrated by the amount of bureaucracy here. Anything to do with government, banking, setting up utilities, anything that involves paperwork and contracts takes much longer than it would back home. Pro number two, the social scene. I was amazed, especially moving to Lisbon in the middle of a pandemic, of how easy it was to integrate to the community. With so many events and so many people that are out there to get to know people, regardless of age group. You might think that, oh, it's a bunch of retired people, it's a bunch of older people moving to Portugal. That is the farthest thing from the truth. You have people from our ages, our lifestyles, our moving and making this their home. Con number two, the job market. Truth be told, very few people are moving here from Canada, US, and Northern Europe with the intent of getting a job in Portugal. The job market is not very strong, wages are fairly low. However, it's allowing a lot of opportunities for people with business ideas, people that are working from international companies while living in Portugal. Pro number three, the weather. I should say the fantastic weather. Over 300 days of sunshine in Lisbon, rarely goes below 10 degrees Celsius. No snow and very little to no rain for most time of the year. Con number three, the inefficiency. Let's just say things are done differently here. The amount of time that it takes to hear back from an email or a phone call can be a little longer than you're accustomed to at home. You'll get used to it with time. Pro number four, the pace of life. Even in Lisbon, being the capital city, there's a relaxed way of going about things. People take their time. You walk, with calm, enjoying your surroundings, and that's quite nice. I would say that is one of the big pros of being here. And that takes me to con number four, which is also the pace of life. It can be frustrating at first when you're trying to just move at the same speed. When you move here, you want, I want things faster, move quicker, I want this done now. The sooner you get used to that slower pace of living, the happiest you will be. Pro number five, the beaches. You might be surprised to know that Lisbon, even though not being right on the coast, is very much a beach culture, with so much to choose from minutes away from the city, with beaches in Sintra, Cascais, and Costa da Caparica. The beaches are very much part of the city and a great benefit of living here. Con number five, the hills. It's common knowledge here in Lisbon. Most places you're going, you're either walking up or down. Take the silver lining, you're always exercising. Pro number six, security. One of the reasons a lot of people move here. Portugal is rated one of the safest countries to live in the world. Con number six, the cost of some goods. Especially if you're looking at imported goods, electronics, furnishing, those things can be more expensive than back home. Pro number seven, the taxes. Portugal offers great tax incentives for newcomers to the country. Con number seven, service standards. If you're coming from a country where service standards are very high, where the client's always right, don't expect quite the same in Portugal. I would say Lisbon is changing slowly, lots of restaurants, lots of shops. They are adapting to a more customer-friendly approach to the way they do business. Pro number 8, the food and the wine in Lisbon. With lots to choose from the simplest Portuguese restaurants to the high-end Michelin stars. There is really something for everybody here. And it's important to notice that the produce in this country is just so delicious, so fresh, right? We don't get a lot of imported items. When you're shopping here, you're really getting what's in season, and you do taste the difference from what you usually get in North America. Con number 8, there is no MLS in Portugal, at least not yet. If you're already looking at renting or buying, if you're trying to get prices online, you might have noticed that it's a bit more disorganized than what you're accustomed to in places that would have the MLS. Pro number 9, the variety of places within 2 hours driving from Lisbon. You can have charming historical towns, you can have fishermen villages, you can have remote country homes, lots of boutique hotels, so much to choose from those day trips, weekend getaways, without having to go too far from your own backyard. Con number 9, driving and parking in Lisbon. It can be quite frustrating to drive and park in the central part of the city. With that said, Portugal is known for having some of the best highways in Europe. Pro number 10, it is very easy to get around Lisbon. Lots of things are within walking distance, and when that's not an option, we have really good public system and extremely affordable Uber. Con number 10, the hot summers. But to be honest with you, not at all as hot as I expect it to be. And for some of you, probably not a con at all. Pro number 11, affordability. Lisbon is still a very affordable city when compared to other European capitals. There is something for every budget. Con number 11, this is a funny one. I would say it's the month of August. Not that I don't love the summer, but the inefficiency that happens on that month with everything closing, restaurants close in the middle of summer. Everybody goes on holidays, and truth be told, good for them. Make sure you have your time, spend with your family, be on the beach, have fun. But as a person living here, as a person trying to work, it can be very frustrating. What I've learned from experience, August is a great time to go to Canada. Pro number 12, the healthcare system in Portugal. Either you go public or private, so much to choose from at very affordable prices. Con number 12, the mobility in historical Lisbon. You have to keep in mind Lisbon being a city of hills and an old city. There's a lot of cobblestone streets, really narrow sidewalks, making sometimes challenging to move if you have mobility issues. I see myself sometimes, jumping from sidewalk to street, back to sidewalk, just to get around. And it can be frustrating if you have mobility issues. With this in mind, it's important to note that we do have some neighborhoods within central Lisbon that are flat, very modern, and with wide sidewalks. Pro number 13, Lisbon have a great selection of international schools. They have American school, British school, a couple of options for French schools, and even a German school within the Lisbon city. Con number 13, the inconsistency of Lisbon Airport. It's hard to plan when to go to airport at times. Most of the time you arrive there within 10 to 15 minutes, you drop your bag, you go through customs, everything is good. But there's been times where it could take over an hour just to go to customs. Make it really, really hard to gauge how far in advance to arrive at the airport. With that said, there's something very good about Lisbon Airport, which is the location. It is within 15 to 20 minutes of most Lisbon neighborhoods. Pro number 14, the Portuguese are very good with English, making it quite easy to adapt to your life in Lisbon. It's very important to learn the Portuguese, but until you do it, feel very comfortable that life here is quite easy without speaking the language. Con number 14, the credit cards in Portugal. Credit cards here are much more simpler than we're accustomed to, especially in North America, where we're used to lounge access, points, very elaborated programs with travel insurance. Here is really just a method of payment most of the time. I think that will change over time, but for now, credit cards here are quite simple. We're keeping our credit cards from home as well for some of those benefits, but just also beware, very hard to use our American Express in Portugal. Pro number 15, the easiness of getting a residency visa in Portugal. Portugal is very welcoming with a variety of visa types to cater to retirees, to self-employed, to digital nomads. The golden visa, there is something for everybody. Let's end this video with con number 15, difficulty finding a home. Right now in Lisbon, there's a shortage of inventory of nice apartments to rent and buy. It is extremely important to be proactive, to be fast, to act quick when you find a place you like. And having a team of professionals that are located in Lisbon and are used to doing this every day can be extremely helpful to help you find a home. And that's what we're here for. So if you are, after hearing this list of my pros and cons, if you still think the pros outdo the cons and you are coming to Lisbon, get in touch with us. Call us and let's schedule a time so we can further discuss how we can assist you and your family with relocating here.